The configuration of the screen does make me wonder if this is all the characters. It did feel like there was like empty space before, and it's distinctly gone. But it would be a little weird to be like, there's 3 starting characters, but guess what? There's 1 other character. And that's the end of the characters. All done. You'd be like, what? Wait. Huh. That'd be surprising. Oh, yep, this is it. This is the purple item I was trying to get back there. In a funny kind of way, this is a little Yick-like. Oh, I forgot to heal him. The camera whips around so much during combat based on menu interactions that it is actually a little similar to what it was playing Yick. Probably should just heal him actually before he goes down.
Use this. Careful, my brace yourselves.
Finally. If only I can get my opponents to do that to me. Alright, so the fire is immediately cancelled. Well, that's not helpful. Better. Alright, well that's gonna be messy to deal with. Let's just go ahead and do a heal. Oh, it's already 2 out of 3.
This will be useful.
More color of Lumina. I admittedly could probably just go rest. And then run, like, around these encounters that I've run into. I'm not sure how many of them would actually sincerely block my path anyway. How far back is the flag? Oh, all the way up here. This was more backtracking than I anticipated. Ooh, damn it. Just was thinking maybe we want to go into defense a little bit on some of these characters. We're having a bit of a rough time. And yeah, there's like not really equipment in this game, is there? Some of the things you equip come with stats. Right, that's what... Oh, wow, I got so focused on the skills, I kind of forgot about the stats. But yeah, I should be picking which things to equip based on their stats, probably, once I finish learning all the spells. Defenseless to all enemies for 3 turns is a somewhat interesting thing. To use in I have a version of it. Applies defenseless for 3 turns. But it counts as a hit. It gives you a hit. This other one doesn't hit, but it makes all of your enemies defenseless, which means you do a better job of priming them for an AoE, but you're otherwise not doing damage if you would like to be doing damage. Hmm. I'm bad at this game. I have a lot of decision paralysis about what's put in front of me, and I'm like, is that useful? Am I going to equip that as one of my 6 things? Is it worth learning? Or should I save these points? And I can just keep saving them. It's not like stat points where you're just objectively losing out if you're not spending them on something. Because like spending the stat points on anything makes you more powerful than you would be if you didn't spend the stat points. You can spend them better, but not spending them is worse than spending them. With skill points, if you're not using the skill, then nothing happens, basically. These guys blocking my path? Wait, I was up here, wasn't I? Nope. That's where I got the item. Ah! Do I have to refight these guys? Maybe. Maybe I can get around them real quick. Super sneaky, haha. Alright, so I went left. Let's go right. Another item. Oh, god damn it. Well, I wasn't that close to it anyway because I had to drop down off that cliff in order to access the item. So I didn't set myself. It was just the part where I ran further back to the base. But I couldn't have just got the item then run back over here because I think I had to drop down and couldn't get back up. He seems to be made of like the pottery stuff or whatever, or maybe they even turn into the stuff and when they die in certain contexts or something. But in this moment, he resembles the first friendly Nevron NPC we encountered. They're everywhere around here. Place looks wild. Yeah, for now I'm still subscribed to the idea that I should go to all the optional areas first because we don't know if the story will ever take us there or not. These do seem like wildly involved locations to exist at all if the game's not going to take me there in the narrative though. But worst case scenario, I just kind of end up completing zones in advance, and then when the story brings me here, I guess teleport through them. Just teleport to the end of them or wherever the relevant NPC is or whatever the story wants. 3 different enemy types. Okay. On one hand, this is a huge AoE, but on the other hand, it does not apply burn, which is a little rough. Oh, I missed one. Oh, damn. Not what I thought that combo was going to be. Oh! I missed that one too. Wow, he's hard to kill. Thank you for mostly attacking the guy that is hard to kill. What? More burning. Look at them go. One more down. Ow. Damn. Well, should have just attacked. The attempt to heal is undone by just immediately having similar damage taken elsewhere. I keep trying to top my characters off during the random encounters because I don't want them to start the next encounter with reduced health. It is a little frustrating not being able to just to, like, heal people outside of combat. You can't use your abilities because there's no MP systems. There's no balanced way to let you heal your teammates with their spells. On death, deal damage to all enemies. Huh. Speed 43, 10% crit. Yeah, I definitely need to reassess which Pictos I'm wearing for passive reasons. There's already so much going on with the number of skills they all have. I kind of lost track of the fact that, like, I'm supposed to also consider the other element of them. Like, these three are all equipped, are all maxed out. Oof. That's why I have so much more health sometimes. A lot of them seem to have crit rate. Speed, defense, and crit rate and health are primarily what they seem to have. Probably just wear some of the highest level ones I have access to for stats. These are also maxed out. I do want critical burn. These are actually a lot of defense from stats, from these passives. It's a little wild. Gotta make sure each one of them has one of these 50 defense ones. Because yeah, I could very slowly level up their defense manually. Or I could just put one of these things on that gives them a ton of it. .93 defense, 137, 66. A lot of health in some cases. Yeah. Really changes the balance up with these characters a bit. And you're not done memorizing those skills for us. A lot going on there. They make the choice really complicated for you with long-term and short-term decisions. But it also with like items that do so many separate things. You're like, all right, which part of this am I thinking about right now? Ugh.
Expedition 38, Genevieve. We buried Patrick near the lake, so he could be close to water. I know he really missed the aqua farm and his floating gardens. Clair Obscur thinks it's a waste of time to update these journals, but I find it strangely comforting. I suppose at its core, it's a record that we existed, that we still exist. The Gommage is coming, but I feel at peace. Just the two of us, but we managed to carve out a tiny sliver of a life of our own. I should feel guilty, maybe, for abandoning the mission, but I don't. I'm just glad that when tomorrow comes, it'll be Clair Obscur at my side. Until the end.
That's sweet. Buried him by the water because he missed the aqua farm. And then these two just kind of romantically hung out and had a life together for the last year of their life when everyone else was dead. I'm curious about them burying Patrick. Because they normally disappear or whatever. I guess that was these two, right? When the Gommage happens, do they turn into statues? Because they turn into petals and disappear back on our island. Or were they murdered? This just drops back down to there. I don't see a reason to do that. Yeah, if they're statues, they might have been killed by Nevrons and not actually made to the Gamage. I'm not clear. As much as I find it silly that nobody's like in any way communicating back to the mainland, even the white-haired guy was like, "Go back." And I'm like, "Yeah." No one ever goes back? It only happened once on the first time, and that was it? Ever? It's like it feels like someone should go back in some of these give up situations. But also just to convey information that's useful. People can understand what happened. But even though, but despite my misgivings there, like it is a compelling narrative having the situation where you can find out what happened to each story with each group of people in the long term.
Let me help.
Not looking good.
It's always a little hard not to just be lazy when you're doing random encounters. Just spam the highest damage, craziest, get rid of these guys' attacks you can come up with. Oh, that's a floating enemy. And they have a weakness. Oh, I'm so used to not actually having a weakness. Oh, the second one's so much more delayed. Oh shit, I forgot about the fourth one.
Get ready.
Damn, they're focusing her.
Margin for error.
And now she's stunned. Great. Can I not hit the weak spot? Should I shoot these down? Huh. What a call out right when I'm talking about getting lazy during random encounters, because you're just like, well, they're not going to live long enough for me to have to use strategy. I then stumble into a crazy, weird encounter with a guy that I'm not used to and fail to attack its weak spot. Does this count? That also counts. This one has such an obvious weak spot, but I don't think I can hit it. Did that count? I think that still didn't count. It hurt. And I'm out of AP. Right, you pretty much have to shoot him anyway. Right, you do have to spam shots on him anyway. I'm so out of practice. There hasn't been flying enemies, weirdly. They were kind of consistent about showing up. Damn.
Look out.
They were kind of consistent about showing up at the beginning of the game after the tutorial for them, but I haven't fought a flying enemy in ages at this point. Oh, it's a jump. Man, that wasn't good. That wasn't a lot of warning. I was sitting there carefully hovering over the parry button, ready to parry it. And then at the last possible second, right when I'm ready to hit parry, it says jump instead. I'm like, ah, you dick. I wish it was more consistent whether or not a ground slam is going to be a jump or a parry. Because it's intuitive to me for them to be a jump, but they're usually not. So I'm not ready for them to be a jump because they usually don't seem to be. Ah. Potirum.
Nicholas, Expedition 44. The idea was you'd only have to fool the first one. Then Jules can wear its carcass to trap the next, and so on, until we all have proper cover. But disguising ourselves as Nevrons has proven to be extremely ineffective, to say the least. Maybe they recognize each other by their chroma. Anyway, it was an utter failure. To any expeditions that follow our trail, do not disguise yourselves as Nevrons. It doesn't work.
No Walking Dead rules here. I'm fighting a lot of these now. At a frequency that makes me wonder if I was missing a bunch of them earlier. Oh, it's one of these little fuckers. Alright. Well, there's one of those things nearby. I should probably not worry about chroma elixirs. It feels like you really can kind of... Oh my god, it's so dark here. Look at that, the screen's just black. That's a lighting system. Just a system where based on where you're standing, the game just lowers and raises the brightness of the entire screen. Yeah, sometimes when you find so many of these back to back, the audio logs, you can't help but think that maybe you missed a bunch of them earlier during that period of time where you weren't finding them all the time.
A storm is coming. En garde.
Power some people up. Man, she's fast. She went again before Gustav even did. Ah! These delayed animations are so good at making me press the button early. Feel insane. Alright. My overcharge level's trash. And now it's good. God, the burn crit is so good at making your overcharge light up, which is good because I need that in order to be able to do a big murder on things.
Get ready.
Ha 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 ha! Still does no damage. You fucker. I want to use Virtuosa, but I'm gonna waste it because the biggest priority is we need him to break. I don't think any of my spells break. Yeah, I can't apply break. I need him to break, and he's not gonna have enough AP because he wasn't attacked, so we didn't get a chance to restore it. So they give 5 AP now instead of the previous 3. Proportionally, this was less of an upgrade than the health upgrade was when it went from 30 to 65. There we go. Yeah, I needed him to have enough AP to do this, otherwise we're just going to spend forever waiting. Because as much as Virtuoso is nice to use, without the enemy being broken, it's not going to do damage.
Well, those will come off.
Did I just not apply break? Am I wrong? Oh no. We're gonna be fighting this mine for 7 years. Damn it.
Sorry, I failed.
Second wing.
Lune, watch out!
It seems like you can almost parry late on that one. It's weird.
Margin for error.
That's odd. Any of your spells have break either? The earth one can, which doesn't seem entirely ideal. Oh wait, oh no, they're next.
Maya, look out.
I meant to heal her before the attack happened, so I was a little worried.
Take him down.
Ow. God, they have an obnoxious amount of health and it's not going down. Thermal transfer. Give me some AP.
Second wind.
Big heal.
Get ready.
Damn it. Can't believe they keep getting me with that. Dude, this guy is obnoxious. Why can't I hurt them at all?
Not looking good.
Is the brake meter is the meter underneath the health meter the brake meter? Is that a thing? I didn't know if the brake meter was visible. I have no more healing. That might be the brake meter down there.
Those who come off.
There it is. It did just break. Why was none of the other stuff that's supposed to break working? Weird. Okay, well maybe it'll finally die. Thunderfall. Crits cause an additional damage. Lightning. Consumes fire for bonus damage. This is probably one of my stronger hits.
I can do it. Flames. Rain.
Counters for big damage too, please?
Let me help.
I don't know how long break lasts for. Might even be done, I don't know. I don't see a thing under them. Consume 2 white for increased damage. I have 2
Not giving up.
in the forms of the 2 ices, I think.
I'll do it.
You didn't break my attack. More fire coming. Hehehe. Oh, he has nothing, huh? Okay. They don't even really need AP either, no. Something funny about mime burns.
Okay.
Alright, well she's hanging in here, considering that I have ruined her life.
Fury of fire.
We did it! Okay. It just took a long time to break them. They do have a meter under their health bar, and it's halfway there. Is that their break meter? Maybe I'll look that up after this episode and double check that. I don't remember a break tutorial beyond the fact that you can break. I don't think I remember there being a bit about a specific meter for it, but that's clearly a whole ass meter. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to be looking at this whole time whenever I use break. There is a thing where a lot of the elements of the UI are just really small. I'm like, you're so far away and small, and I can't look at you clearly because the game's trying to be pretty. But sometimes you just want a chunky Monster Hunter health bar. You can tell exactly what's going on. Not that Monster Hunter is beyond obfuscating things. Some of the worst onboarding of any franchise ever, perhaps. How do you play this game? You watch YouTube videos. What? No, really. Yeah. Oh, I can go under here. Where am I? How are we feeling? That's probably fine. I can go back to that thing and restore whenever I'm done here. You get experience based on whether or not I'm using you? I don't know. If I'm not actively using a character, do they not get experience? Do I have to worry about that kind of thing? He does seem to be behind.
A storm is coming.
Well, that did shit damage. I should have attacked the lantern, obviously. That's probably what does the real bonus damage. Damn it. The Patia summons pots. Has the same sort of... Oh, god damn it. There's like a similar jokey cadence as like, the cow goes moo. There's that dick. Uh-huh. Ah! Oh! Victory? That's not what I thought you were gonna say. Oh, she does damage when she dies. She currently has that equipped. She has Death Bomb. I was so confused what just happened. By shooting Luna, they all died because they already had less health than they could withstand from Luna's attack. Taking Luna out of the party for the first time. She has no health. We seem to be out of zone down there, so I think this is basically all that's left to do. Is wherever this goes. Are we Lara Croft? Characters kind of mantle whenever they feel like. Which is whenever there's a real ledge versus a cosmetic ledge. Okay, yeah, defense and stuff is much more manageable when you're accounting for those kinds of things. That makes sense. Oops. I used a recoat by accident. Didn't mean to do that. don't know. Maybe. Ooh. I wanted to undo the ones because I just put a few stacks into the thing, and I was like, no, I don't want to put those there. That was an accident. So I just, reset attributes. That would probably do it. It says recoat right above it because it uses a recoat. Shit. It's medium single target damage. Consumes 10 burn for increased damage. You need a lot of burn to do that. Up to 10 burn. But how badly do I want to consume burn? Damage increased for each hit received since the previous turn can break. Revenge. Revenge seems like it has synergy with, protect allies by taking damage in their place for 2 turns. So a glide lets you block incoming attacks. Kind of seems like she would specialize in defense then. Like she might be a good sort of tanky character. If she has that kind of ability mixed with this. Just do a ton of damage based on having tanked a bunch. Would arguably need to respec her, or at least pick more defensive things to help justify it. Okay, so we can sort by an individual stat. Defense 20. Curious how things might go with spamming defense on them. Just rapidly outpace the others in defense. So these can be way more powerful at affecting an individual stat than any of your actual stats. If we could spam crit rate on you, and now you're more capable of critting during your main combo, which generates your overcharge. My character building is mostly nonsense, I'm sure. Oh, another one.
Julian, 59er.
disgusting. Law's an idiot. I can't believe she convinced everyone to eat the Nevron. They've been puking for the past few hours. Great. Well, we can't move on with so many people sick. I told her it was a bad idea. Hopefully they'll feel better with some mushroom broth to settle their stomachs.
Tried to eat the Nevron. I'm not even sure how often the journals are in any way indicating, like, when they died or anything like that. What is this, by the way? It seems like a tree that turned into amber, but is also itself inside of a cave where you don't expect a plant like that to be able to grow. There are just some very strange spaces around here. Well, I think I have enough to get that reward from the other guy. I've collected a number of these. Uh-oh. That's not a good vignette. Okay, that's an example of how confusing ground pounds can be. Not an immediate parry, not a jump, it's a slow-moving projectile. Okay. Glaze. How did you end up being... Oh, my party composition's weird. Yeah, you seem like you'd be weak to fire. Full party counter. Had enough time to do it incorrectly and then correctly. I wonder if you build... Does the break meter go up or down? I'm trying to parse what I'm looking at here.
Look out! On me! Let's spill some ink.
Did better. That one, thankfully, is pretty easy to counter. So low on the APs, though. Enjoy a mark. I can't even do overcharge. Man. But you've got a billion AP. That does some damage.
Not today.
Those are a bit hard to do.
Here we go.
Preparing a powerful blow. Well, hopefully I kill you right now. I still have no AP on this character. Damn.
For those who come up.
Damn, none of them. I do think that the parry So I do think that the brake meter goes up from 0 because now it's like almost full. I think that's what I've been accomplishing. Gotta keep alive for everyone else and just try to kill him via parries. What the fuck is the timing of that? Oh, it's that one. Damn it. They're all ground pounds, so I really have to distinguish his like body language and memorize all of them. It's like, oh, this is a slow traveling projectile across the ground. This one's the one where you have to parry instantly. And this is the one where he does it a bunch. It's confusing. If not, I can't do anything. You have to parry so late. That's wild. It's like fully under your feet already and it doesn't count yet. God damn it. I cannot do this fight. Hopefully I win right now.
For those who come after.
Okay, well, at least there's that. 24,000 experience.
We lay the trail.
Energizing attack. Plus 1 AP on base attack. That would be a nice passive to have memorized, so that whenever you do have to do your passive attacks, you'd get 2 AP, basically. I think I have a fair amount of polished chroma back at the base at this point, too. I do feel a little iffy, because I feel like the game is somewhat incentivizing me to ignore a character. Where'd I come from? Down there? Yes. With how resources get split, it feels like the game somewhat incentivizes that you just like pick a character to ignore and give all your resources to the other ones and then just never use the other character. So that archway is where I should go next. And then back over here was a spot I could seem to climb up, and that seemed more secret. Was this just a shortcut back to the beginning? Did I just make a mistake by hopping down there? That looks new though. What's that? Oh, that's new. That's a balloon. Okay, well I guess I just have to remember to go back up there to try the other path. This is more of a permanent drop than I thought it would be.